It all started one Friday night. I was FaceTiming my girlfriend, Ashley, while she was at her place. She'd just moved into a new apartment, and she was showing me around. The connection wasn't great, but we were laughing about how empty her new living room looked without furniture. Suddenly, I noticed something off. Behind her, in the reflection of her kitchen window, I saw movement. It was subtle, like someone shifting just out of view. "Hey, Ash," I said, cutting her off mid-sentence. "Is someone there with you?" She laughed. "No, it's just me. Why?" I didn't want to freak her out, but I told her about the reflection. She turned around and looked into the kitchen. It was empty. She even went to check the pantry and under the sink just to humor me. "See? Nobody here," she said with a grin, holding up her phone to show me the empty space. I tried to brush it off, but as we kept talking, I noticed it again. This time, the movement wasn't in the reflection. It was behind her, just at the edge of the hallway. "Ash, stop. Turn around, now." My voice must have sounded serious because she froze and slowly turned to look. That's when I saw him. A man. He stepped into view, his face pale and expressionless. He was holding something. I couldn't tell what it was. "Ash, run!" I yelled, my heart pounding in my chest. She screamed and dropped the phone. I could hear the sound of her footsteps and her terrified cries as she ran. For a few seconds, the screen was just showing the ceiling, and then I saw him pick up the phone. He stared directly into the camera, his dark eyes boring into mine. Then he hung up. I tried calling her back a dozen times, but it kept going straight to voicemail. I was about to call the police when she finally called me back, sobbing. She had run out of the apartment and flagged down a neighbor. They called the cops, but the guy was gone by the time they arrived. To this day, she doesn't know how he got in. And honestly, I don't want to know what would have happened if I hadn't noticed him. It was late, maybe 11 p.m., and I was FaceTiming my best friend Jack. He was telling me about his new job, and I was half listening while scrolling on my laptop. Jack lives alone, so I thought it was weird when I heard faint shuffling sounds behind him. "Hey man, is that your TV?" I asked, trying to make out the noise. He frowned. "What TV? I don't even own one." The sound got louder, like someone dragging their feet across a wooden floor. Jack's face dropped, and he slowly turned his head to look behind him. "Dude, I think someone's in my house," he whispered. My stomach twisted. "Don't hang up, just get out, right now." He nodded and started walking toward his front door, holding his phone so I could still see what was happening. Suddenly, he froze. "What?" I asked, my voice trembling. "Look," he whispered, turning the phone so I could see down the hallway. At the end of the hallway was a mirror, and in the mirror I could see Jack standing there and another face behind him. It wasn't a normal face. The eyes were wide, unblinking, and the mouth was stretched into this horrific grin. "Jack, go!" I shouted. He bolted for the door, but before he could get there, the phone went flying, and I heard the sound of a struggle, grunting, crashing, something shattering, and then it went silent. I sat there, staring at the blank screen, paralyzed. After what felt like an eternity, the police answered his phone. They told me they found Jack unconscious but alive. Someone had broken in and attacked him. Jack's okay now, but he refuses to talk about what happened or who that face belonged to.